What's good, y'all? It's been a minute. And we starting off with, well, it's actually been a minute to record in general. And we starting back off with a movie reaction. We starting off with Uncharted. Just watched this today. And it was an enjoyable movie nonetheless. If you played all the games Uncharted fan, this is definitely a treat. When you watch the movie, now, this movie is definitely its own continuity. For 100% of doubt, it is like it's definitely a new character. I think new characters, their twists and turns in terms of the character dynamics, the storyline, the plot, all that is completely, let me not say complete, there's certain things they stay true to the game. There's a few cameos, and it's pretty much it, y'all. It's just a treat overall, and it's definitely set up for a second one, so I'm looking forward to see where they go with this movie or the series of Uncharted. And also spoilers. Just throw that out there. Spoilers, don't come for me. Spoilers. I said what I said. The movie's been out for a minute. I'm reacting to it late or watching it late. And so, the movie is like a blend of all of the games except for like maybe Lost Legacy, but it definitely focuses more on 4, a little bit of 2, and I can definitely say 1. I'm not sure how much 3 is involved, or the story plot lines or elements in 3 are in this one. I'm not sure, but I can definitely say 4, 1, and a little bit of 2. And then I say 4 because the one thing, at least from what I recall, and someone correct me down in the comment section down below, is Nathan's brother Sam wasn't introduced until 4. Here in 4, Sam is actually introduced as a storyline of the story, and they talk about the relationship and dynamics between the two, as far as not seeing his brother, where's his brother been, and then they kind of turn it into their own little thing. When you play Uncharted 4, you definitely see young Nate and then young Sam and their interaction at the orphanage or wherever they were staying at, and then Sam goes his one way and Nathan tries to figure out his way, and the movie kind of takes its own turn with that. And come to find out, the movie has Sam knowing Sully, I think that's his name, Victor, I call him Sully, but Victor having a relationship in terms of they used to know each other, etc. I don't know if that was in the game or not, but they definitely played off that. And what's homegirl's name? That was in 4. I think it was Nadine. You also see her in Lost Legacy. Nadine. There's no Nadine, but there's definitely like a Nadine character, if that makes sense. And I believe that's who Tati plays. I believe her name was, what was it, Badrock, whatever. She definitely carries the characteristics of Nadine. The only difference is, well, not only, there's a few differences, that she's a lot more, she's, if anything, the antagonist in this storyline. And there's other factors, but she ends up being the ultimate or the final antagonist to Nathan Drake and Sully. And so it's like it's funny. It really is on how they portray some of these characters and go about it. It's like, okay, we got a little Nadine here, but Nadine actually has some type of morals type of thing, like loyalty to her men and etc. This girl didn't. That girl, I mean, she was ready to kill everybody, and I'm like, all right, well, there you go. I just didn't think, obviously it's not the same character, but she was character-like. And the thing is, I didn't see much hands, I mean, from, I think her name is Bradrock, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Badrock, whatever, but they definitely like emphasize her to be a threat. There were some scenes where she's taking down some guards and then slicing off a dude's throat. But like boxing wise, she was not boxing. If she did, she was getting rocked. I'm just letting you know she was getting rocked. Nadine was throwing If you played the game, Uncharted 4, Nadine was throwing hands. When you saw her, she was like, damn, we gotta fight this girl. They were getting whooped. Sam and Nathan were getting whooped through like back to back. It was like she threw hands. I mean, that's what I mean. So someone being there and be like, well, she did fight in the movie. Badrock did fight in the movie. She wasn't on Nadine's level. Nadine would rock her. That's all I'm gonna say. And so the next thing, they did that. Nathan, bartender. I don't remember one that well, so I don't recall if Nathan was actually like a bartender. I wouldn't put it past him. And there's no Elaine or Ilana from what I recall. There isn't, but there is a Chloe. or is it Chloe? Chloe, I'm gonna call her Chloe. There is a Chloe, and I'm like, okay, so we bringing two, because Chloe's introduced in Uncharted 2, so it's like, okay, they're bringing Chloe in here. It's kind of early. We didn't bring no Elaine. I was like, okay, we turning things, and you know that in 2, there was a love interest between, or a romantic interest between Drake and Chloe. Now in this movie, it didn't provide that, and Chloe's character in the movie compared to the character in the game, I want to say they're like two different entities, only because Chloe is a lot more flirtatious. I don't know if they established a relationship beforehand once we first see her in the game, where it's like, oh, okay, they're a thing now, like they know each other previously and it build up to there, versus what they're doing to movie and building that up to that point. I don't know if that's their direction, but when you see the movie, it's clearly like early on she's like, dang Drake, you really are a good person, etc., but like I don't trust you. Versus in the game, it's like, all right, homie, I'm gonna play my role, but there's nothing, you know, you mine. You know what I mean? Like, is that type of interest in terms of romance. I didn't see Chloe throw hands like that. I don't remember in the game if she's really throwing hands. I know in Legacy she's throwing hands, so I don't know if she's really done, but she shoots. Chloe shoots in the game and the movie. You know what I mean? And she's pretty and etc. But yo, I know they had to put stamina. One thing I want to say when it comes to the acting as well, Tom Holland, listen, Tom Holland may be a great actor in a lot of different movies. Obviously we know him. I introduced to Tom Holland's character when we saw him in Spider-Man, and I don't know much about Tom Holland's personality outside of acting, but you can definitely tell Tom Holland is being Tom Holland in the movie, if that makes sense. You know, it's just certain scenes like, nah, that's Tom Holland. There's certain scenes it's like, that's Tom Holland. And then there's certain moments where it's like, okay, he playing Nathan. You know what I mean? The sequences, the smoothness of how he's playing Nathan, and some of the bar fight. Well, were they really bar fights? When they're like doing the puzzles and everything, it was like, okay, do a little smooth with it. Go ahead, Tom. He's smooth with this. He doing his thing. The acting, he pulled it off. So kudos to him. The puzzles. Now, my gosh, the puzzles. If those that have played the Uncharted series, you know that it's famous for its adventure, shooting elements, but also puzzle mechanics. And the way they implement it now, I think it wasn't as intricate as you would find in the games. Obviously the games, they have plenty of time to design them, right? I don't know in terms of how they were going to recreate that in the movie realm, how realistic the logistics would look for that, but they did their best. I'll definitely get that, especially when it comes to the keys and finding everything. I do feel like explaining that would help. But even in the game I was lost, so I was like, I bet continue, because a lot of it has to do with these puzzles have to do with a lot of stuff back in history, and these people were smart people back in history, because ain't nobody thinking like that now. But I'm just saying, like, they definitely came with a lot of top tier brain puzzles. This puzzle is not the final piece, it's only a portion of the piece to fulfill the rest of the next piece of the next puzzle to finish the ultimate puzzle that you're trying to figure out. Like, that's what that was. And every time I was like looking at it, I was like, yeah, this is Uncharted. I also saw a cameo of Naughty Dog. I think this was in the beginning of the movie, around the time when Nathan was going through his suitcase and trying to look back at the pictures that his brother was sending him, and we saw a little Naughty Dog picture inside the suitcase. I was like, I see. Also, when it comes to Sam and Nathan, obviously, like, we know in the game Sam isn't dead, right? For someone that's watching it, you're just gonna presume that Sam is dead. We players, also audience, looking at us, we like, you know good and well they're gonna bring this man back somewhere. There's no way they're gonna hype him up not to bring him back in the series one way or another, you know. And so I believe it's the ending, and then no, it's just the ending where it is talking about how or revealing the fact that Sam is alive, obviously, and he's in a prison. Those that played the game, we know the story to what actually happened. Now the game presents two different stories. One is a lie in the first beginning half, and later at the end of the game, or close to the end of the game, mid-game, climax, however you want to talk about it, if there's the actual true reason to him being in prison, right? So Sam is in prison, obviously, but we're gonna see him again, and this is why I say the movie is doing its own continuity, right? It's because in the post-credit scenes, right, what we see is Uncharted. I think this is Uncharted 3 territory now, or Uncharted 2. Whatever the lady was, who I forgot which game it was with the lady. I want to say Uncharted 3. And when they heavily keep talking about Francis Drake's treasure, whatever, and they keep referencing the ring around Nathan's neck. Obviously, I think they both had let me not even get there, but the ring that Nathan has now is supposed to lead to treasure. The post-credit scenes is, from what I've seen, is people are trying to come between Sully and Nathan, and how they're trying to get this ring. They was like, what is so important about this ring? That you have. And if you play 3, I'm gonna say 3, if it's not, correct me. It ties a big role of importance in Uncharted 3. So the post-credit scenes is them being surrounded by some mugs. Nathan's there. He's trying to do an exchange, trying to get a map. The guy was like, well, give me that ring, etc. Try to hold Drake up. They were like, Sully came up, was like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna happen. Come here. They gave everyone his things. Nathan got his ring back, and then as they go outside, they get held up. They ain't revealed by who, so that's also going to be a treat to see. So I do believe we're entering Uncharted 3 territory. So that's why I'm saying, it's like this whole movie is like a good little sandwich, or like a collaboration of them all nitpicking pieces of it and then just trying to create their own story of it. It's going to be interesting. I enjoyed it. I do want to see more puzzle mechanics, which the point I left off is like, I want to see more. The puzzles felt one-dimensional, and when I say one-dimensional, I guess let me think about this. I feel like they're one-dimensional now, because it's like I feel like it, because I feel like everything that they were doing wasn't dangerous. There was like maybe one puzzle that was really dangerous, and that puzzle was when they were doing the fountain thing, like the two groups. So it was Chloe and Nathan trying to get the key up so before they drown, and then Victor slamming Bradrock, whatever, homegirl, through the window to get the other key open so that he could save them. That was like the most dangerous one of them all. Personally, that's what I think. I think the rest of them were just straight easy or straightforward. In the Uncharted series, every trap was trying to like kill you. If you play Lost Legacy, played Uncharted 4, and I'm pretty sure throughout the rest of the series, maybe more on 2 and 3. I don't know how 1's puzzles are, but I can't recall them. Every trap was trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Now, granted, before they even got down to the tunnel, there was like arrows, but like it ain't hit nobody. So it's like, what? There wasn't really danger to the puzzles, and that's what I mean by I feel like they're one-dimensional. Every puzzle should bring a heavy weight or a cost to where something's gonna happen. And if you played the series, you would realize like every trap was dangerous. Maybe someone will lead you to another one, but like there was danger behind nearly each and every last one of them. And I just feel like that part was little lacked off. As far as everything else, I think the movie was pretty enjoyable though. Pretty enjoyable. I would give it, if there was a rating, I'm stuck between an 8 and a 7. Because there are a lot of things I felt like they could have did better. The action scenes were beautiful. The character dynamic, Sully, man. They're funny though. They're funny. Nathan and Sully, they're a funny duo. They really are. Chloe, we didn't see much. I mean, she was present, but I feel like, I don't know. I think this is like a prequel to the Chloe we're eventually going to see, so this is going to be interesting. Acting was pretty spot on, I would say. I think it was very funny and enjoyable to see their relationship, especially towards the end of the movie, as far as when everyone's character arc was coming full circle. It was like Nathan completing the quest that his brother left behind, assuming that he's dead. Sully finally like accepting relationship over money. Chloe, well, maybe not Chloe. Everyone else died, so it was like, hey, it doesn't matter. Everyone else that was involved with the mission of trying to get to it, it was done. Yeah, I mean, pretty sure we see Sam reveal. And so it's like, and probably we're gonna see Reef. Probably gonna see characters in 3. So it is winding up to be a great story overall. Them doing heists together. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna run to Ilana or Elaine unless they add new characters, and I'm like, whoa, they. Other than that, it's a good movie. I'm gonna give it since I'm stuck between a 7 and 8, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. That's my rating. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment sections down below. I'm looking forward to hear what y'all think. Any things, plot points that I may have missed out, should have emphasized more, let me know. I like these movie reactions. I like it, especially if it's about games. I love it. So hey, look forward to some more. I'm not sure what Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm probably not gonna watch it on the day it comes out, simply because of work and other things that are coming out. Probably when I react to it or when I post my review, will probably be the same day I watched it. So it's probably gonna be around like the 20th or 21st, whatever. That's a Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. That's probably when I'm gonna watch it, and I'm looking forward to it. So be on the lookout for more Jujutsu Kaisen. Till then, till we meet again, y'all. If you haven't subscribe. Y'all stay safe and be blessed. Hey, peace.